Welcome, fellow shareholders. I'm Phil Thomas, President and CEO of AIS Resources, and today I'm going to give a short presentation on our Bright Gold project based in northeastern Victoria on exploration licence 6194. Our strategy with the project is that there is more than 250 mines, adits, reefs, and we intend to drill parallel to these, and hopefully we can build a fairly substantial resource for one or more gold mines. So that's our objective of purchasing a 60% interest in the gold project, and once we prove up the resource we can go to 100%. Here you'll see the head frame from the William Reef mine. On the right top corner there you'll see the adit, which is adjacent to the Golden Bar Reef, and there's the drill rig drilling out the reef at the moment. We've got 2 drill holes down a total of 223 meters, which we're currently logging, and then we'll split and send off to the lab hopefully in the next couple of weeks. In the foreground is a couple of the rock chips from the shaft in the Williams Reef mine, and you can see the free gold actually on the surface on the shales, which are called turbidites. And then you can see the quartz and some of the calcium replacement, carbonate replacement. So that's the sort of gold, and of course over here there's quite a bit of free gold. So that's the sort of gold that we're after, and we believe we've got great prospectivity in it. There are so many targets for us to look at, and obviously we're going to pick out some of the best. Here's our disclaimer, which you should read. Here is a map of the location, which is a premium location. Clearly above us, the Happy Valley Goldfield, where E79 have been drilling, and they've come across some great intercepts. And you can see there's a small number of mines around where they're currently drilling. You can see here where we're drilling, we have mines everywhere. Substantial amount of gold mineralization right through the whole area. And you can see here in the broad, less detailed map, the range of exploration, concentration, mine concentration, and reefs in this band through here. To the north east we have Fosterville South, and to the west Dart Mining. Here you can see some pictures of our samples that we got from Williams Reef, and you can see here the free gold sitting on the surface, and in the quartz and carbonate replacement here you can see the free gold as well. How much gold was taken? A lot. If you have a look at the Pioneer mine, Mount Orient, which is literally only 1 kilometre away, have a look at the Rose, Thistle and Shamrock mines. You can see they got significant amounts of gold out at fairly substantial grades. Some super mines like the Richardson mine, which is not on our property area but is a substantial producer, and so forth. So this area is a combination of alluvial in the early days and then hard rock mining in the latter periods. The key issue was the groundwater would stop mining at around about 50 or 60 meters, and whereas today that's not a problem at all. This map just is a concentration map to show you how much workings are going on and where they are. Here is the Oriental Mine area, in this area up in here. Here's the Pioneer mine area, and to the south is where the Williams mine is. So you can see there that the town of Bright is a little bit further to the north, and then the various other adits as you go down to the south towards Dumfries Hill. The Golden Bar Reef drill holes are sitting right here, and here's the mining license, which is owned by another miner that we're friendly with, and there's the Williams Reef mine sitting right there. and you can see here the shore reef, the Golden Bar Reef, which is what we're exploiting at the moment, and some of the other unnamed reefs in the area. Here's our Chief Geologist, Dennis Walsh, and Stuart Govard looking at the 223 metres of drill core we have so far. And I've circled here the massive sulphide, which probably carries the gold, with pyrite and the brownie colour material sitting in the quartz, and there's some carbonate replacement in that as well. So these shales are called turbidites, and they're normally the boundary between the quartz and the turbidite is, or the shale, is where the gold or the sulphides tend to accumulate. Here we've got another model that we've put together of the Golden Bar Reef, the drill hole. This is an elevation section, and you can see here the Shores Reef, the Leader Reef, and the Golden Bar Reef. So we hopefully can get a pretty good sense of the amount and extent and the width of these reefs sitting in these synclines and anticlines. Here's another picture of the Pioneer Reef area with the dredging down in the river, and up on top of the hill is where all the adits were. And there's quite a few adits there. There's not just one around the Pioneer Mine. There's 3 or 4 shafts and adits there. And here's the cross section here looking at the model. So here's our level 1, level 2, and some of the late faults that changed. Here's a picture of where our drill hole is going to start, and then we'll move down to that edge just there on the horizon, and then further down the hill. And this is a picture of the type of country that the Pioneer Mine is in. In fact, the adit is just over that ridge there, but it's quite heavily forested and bush and scrub all over the place in there. So this is cleared land, and it's plantation land. You can see the little pine trees in the foreground, but we can go down the road and drill down the road, which is perfect. Here you'll see the Rose and Thistle Shamrock mine. Once again, a section with the mine region, and basically AB, the section here, cutting across, and you can see these anticlines, and these are called saddle reefs because we get most of the gold forming in the top of the saddle. And you can see here from the land tax mine where or reef where they've actually mined in horizontally, and then of course the other end of the syncline, the other end of the fold is the syncline down here. And sometimes where there's a fault we get gold occurring there. So our work program is basically, we've got a rig available in Feb 2022, and we've got some soil work happening in the mongrel line in the next week or two, and we're currently logging the 213 or 223 metres of drill core. We're going to initiate a LiDAR project so that we can basically take off all the tree cover and have a look and see where all these mines, adits and reefs are. Then we'll run through a radar system, and then some soil sampling. Then we'll do our diamond drilling once we've completed the reconnaissance from the LiDAR and the SAR radar. That then allows us to model and hopefully produce a resource statement. So that's just a quick overview of the Bright Gold project. Any questions, please email myself or our chairman, Martin Element. Thank you very much for your time.